So welcome to a brief review on adding and subtracting fractions. So in the first example, we are going to add. We're going to add these two fractions together, and the directions say by finding a common denominator. Let's visually represent why we can do that. If we look at the number 3/4, here we have visually represented 3 of 4 parts of this circle. We could take each of these parts and divide them into 2, and we'd have 8 total parts. How many of those are shaded? 6. So this shows us how if we were to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2, we would get 6/8, which is what we have here. We could do the same thing by taking each part and dividing it into 3. So here we divide this one, this one, this one, and this one. And of course, my drawings are not exact, but we see that we do have 12 parts of this circle, and of those, 9 are shaded. So if we were to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3, we would end up getting 9/12. And remember, anytime we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same value, 3 divided by 3 is the same thing as 1. So we're not changing the value, we're just changing the way it looks. So let's now do this example. We want to make our denominator 4 the same as this denominator, 12. So we multiply the top and the bottom by 3, which is what we showed on the previous slide. And we end up getting 9/12 plus 5/12. If we add 9/12 and 5/12, we end up with 14/12. Now this is an improper fraction, meaning our numerator is bigger than our denominator. That's okay, but we realize we can reduce this. 2 divides evenly into the numerator and the denominator, so we can reduce that to 7/6, and this is our final answer. If we look at one more example, here we have 3 items, 2 being added and then subtracted by 4. Well, 4 is not a fraction, it's an integer, but we can rewrite it as a fraction as long as we write it with a denominator of 1. So let's do that while making a little more room here. Now, our 3 denominators are 2, 3, and 1. What is the least common multiple of those? The least common multiple is 6. And if you've forgotten what a least common multiple is, you can do a quick internet search or ask me. But the least common multiple is what we need to find in order to find the best common denominator. So if we want to make the denominator 6 here, we multiply by 3 on the top and the bottom. We multiply this one by 2 on the top and bottom. And this one here we multiply by 6 on the top and the bottom. So we end up with 9/6 plus 14/6, then minus 24/6. So if we take 9 plus 14, I'll do this in 2 steps. I get 23/6 minus 24/6. And if we subtract the numerators here, we get -1/6 as our final answer.